Hello and welcome back to Foods Entertainment. This time for my review of Mission Impossible 2 from 2000. This film was made in 2000. This right here is yet another film I wanted to see on the big screen but didn't. Now I remember buying the VHS of this movie when it first came out on home video back in 2000 and loved the hell out of this movie. I really loved it. Really good movie. It was directed by John Woo, who is one of my favorite action directors of the 1990s and early millennium, making very good movies like Face Off, Broken Arrow, Blackjack, and Hard Target. This right here is what set up the rest of the franchise. Really take a look at what all the other Mission Impossible films are like. This is the one that kind of started it. They kind of made a mixture of the first film in this with the third movie, but for the most part, all the films had the formula of Mission Impossible 2. Alright. Personal opinion of this movie. Mission Impossible 1 is a mystery thriller with a few action set pieces. And it feels like a unique spy movie that's different than what we saw before it. What they were trying to aim, in my opinion, with this movie was taking inspiration from the greatest spy of all, James Bond, and pretty much making, kind of a spy film in the traditional sense. So yeah, a lot of people did not like Mission Impossible 2 because it feels a lot like a James Bond film. Well, no offense, it's a spy movie. It's an action spy movie. All action spy movies take inspiration from James Bond, so it shouldn't surprise people that a spy movie would feel like a James Bond movie. That's why I never had a problem with this movie. And to the death of me, today I still do not understand why everybody has a problem with this movie. I think this is a great movie. I love the flow of this movie. I love the action. I love the characters in this movie. It's just a really good one. Well, plot of the film. When a scientific biochemist friend of Ethan Hunt, played by Tom Cruise, has been experimenting with a doomsday Armageddon proportion of a biological virus. And of course the antidote to this very, very, very deadly virus gets killed, and he sends a message to Ethan Hunt telling him about the creation of this deadly virus and the cure to the virus, the antidote, the antivirus. Ethan Hunt has to recruit a real renowned thief. And basically, the thief's name is Naya Hall. But yeah, he has to recruit a thief. And this thief has ties to a former IMF agent who has gone rogue and has become a international terrorist who has plans to steal this virus and poison the world and sell the antivirus, the antidote, to the highest bidder of profit and try to control the government. And of course that guy would be Sean Andrews, played by British actor Ridley Scott. I might add that during the time he was making this movie, Mission Impossible 2 as the villain, Ridley Scott was supposed to become Wolverine in the X-Men films. but because of delays in shooting on this movie, it made it to where he had to cancel a contract to be in X-Men films, which is why we got Hugh Jackman, which was still, in my opinion, one of the best things we could do. And of course, Ethan Hunt has to find a way to destroy the virus before it can be captured by our villain, and acquire the antidote. The antidote, and basically, all hell breaks loose, and it leads up to a climax to where he has to rush in a race against time to save the thief's life, because she, for love of Ethan Hunt, went ahead and injected herself with the virus, and she only has like less than a day to live, and he has to race against time to get the serum to save her life. Full of insane action, insane stunts, and I also might add that in all these films, all the stunts are real. There's really, I don't believe there actually is any CGI use in these films. There might be. It's tweaked every now and then, but these films are like the James Bond films. All the stunts are real. And Tom Cruise does all his own stunts. It's pretty spectacular what this guy does. Yeah, the action is awesome. The martial arts is awesome because there's martial arts. A lot more in this one than there is in the other films because it's a John Woo movie. Now let's go into the quality of the film. This film was made in 2000, but it still has that very digital resolution, sort of DVD, digital video disc-like look to the movie. Despite the fact that it's a Blu-ray. But this one is a lot cleaner, a lot less grainy than the first film. But like the first film, it has not aged that well. It still looks like a product of its time. But like I said, though, I think it's simply because they rushed these Blu-rays out, because these are the original Blu-rays I'm reviewing, not the new 4K ones. They rushed the original Blu-rays out in preparation for Mission Impossible 3. So you really have to get past the first 3 movies in order to get really good quality with these films from a video perspective. Now the colors are pretty good though. This was a lot more digital looking. It has more warm temperatures. It has neutral temperatures, not very much in terms of cool. What you had with the first film was sort of like the green would make the film look dark and stuff like that, but all completely neutral color temperatures from that first film. This one has a combination of warm and neutral. The audio, just like it is in the first film as well as the third, only contains a Dolby Digital 5.1 sound presentation. Obviously, the picture is 2.4.1, like it is in the first film. And that's a modification, obviously, put onto Blu-ray. The original film ratios, obviously, was 2.35.1. But, yeah. But it looks pretty good. The audio does pop out pretty well. I would say that the audio pops out a little bit more in some areas in the first film, but this one does have a lot more action effects that fly overhead, that move around in front of you, all that stuff. A lot more in this film because it's much newer, and it just simply has a lot more going on due to the action direction of John Woo. So, yeah, definitely a good experience audio-wise. Well, again, and it pains me to have to say this because I know a lot of people have been wanting me to do these probably as well, and they would love to put their 2 cents in liking on these videos and commenting on them. Unfortunately, due to the YouTube standards, you will not be able to do that because a child can watch these Mission Impossible films as well as the Bourne films. I do not understand why. That's what's going to do after these, obviously, is Jason Bourne movies. I do not understand why, but spy films tend to be watched by the entire family instead of just adults. And so I have to abide by the rules of YouTube. So I apologize for people not being able to comment and like on the Mission Impossible reviews, as well as the Bourne franchise reviews, which I'll be doing after Mission Impossible films. But yeah, and the artwork is very close to the original artwork, but I don't like the color. I actually prefer the original color template they had with this, which had much more of a redder tone, not this yellow stuff here. But hope you guys enjoyed my review of Mission Impossible 2 from 2000, and I will see you guys next time for my review of Mission Impossible 3. Until then.